The leadership crisis in the Ebonyi state chapter of the People's Democratic Party seems to have come to an end with the successful election of the state officers of the party. The newly elected chairman of the party, Peter Nwele, said the PDP would start bringing those that left the party back to form a formidable force to take over the state in 2027. He said the state had been a PDP state and that the party would bounce back in 2027. Nwele stated this during the State Ward Congress that produced him at the weekend. The Congress held at the State Secretariat of the party was supervised by the 7-man committee from the National Secretariat of the party, the National Independent Electoral Commission, and security agencies. Former PDP chairman in Ebonyi State, Silas joins us now to discuss the crisis over congresses in the state chapter of the party and how to restore the lost glory of the party. Good to have you on Arise News. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Temi Tokber.
Good afternoon. So first, let's start, with your assessment of the conduct of the State Congress that was held on Saturday in Abakaliki and your expectations from the new leadership of the party.
Well, first of all, I think probably the public have been misled. There was no Congress in Ebonyi State. There couldn't have been any. What transpired was a gathering of friends. A state congress is a formal meeting of a political party. It is normally presided over by the state chairman of the party. As we speak, Ebonyi State doesn't have a state chairman. Nowhere in the PDP constitution did the party make provision that the zonal vice chairman, who in any case has been suspended from the party, will preside over state congress. There is no such contemplation in the constitution. I am a member of the state congress. I wasn't invited for congress. The former candidate of the party in the 2023 governorship election was not invited. So you can't have two people sit down and bring their friends and sit down and say they are doing congress. Congress is not a social event. It's a serious party meeting, an important meeting. It doesn't gain validity because some people came from Abuja to come and conduct it. There is nowhere in the constitution that says people from Abuja should come and conduct Congress. This is the constitution of the party, Article 25. It says there shall be a state party congress which shall consist of the following: the state chairman, who shall be the chairman. It didn't say 7-man committee to come and monitor or preside over it. It's a formal meeting. And the business of state congress, one of the businesses, is to elect state officers. And let me also correct an impression. INEC was not in attendance because this matter is presently pending in court. One of the cases that affect the state PDP came up yesterday. The party was represented. I personally also am in court, challenging the powers of the National Organizing Secretary to be appointing people to go and conduct congresses. He doesn't have that powers under the Constitution. That is the power of the National Secretary, which he usurps. And that case is coming up on Thursday. In both cases, the Federal High Court in Abakaliki gave an order restraining the party or their agent or anybody from conducting any primary election, congress, or whatsoever, any form of congress, pending the hearing and determination of the suit. These suits are still pending. How can somebody, an act of desperation, leave that case where he's being represented by lawyers and forum shop in FCT High Court, Buhari of all places, and then get a pliant judge who will give you an ex parte order saying, go and do Congress. Do you give ex parte order to execute a thing? You don't. Injunction is meant to restrain the doing of a thing, not to order the doing of a thing. They say, go and do Congress and then come back for me to hear the case about the Congress. So when they come back after the Congress, what will the High Court be hearing? Okay,
so please allow me to interrupt you. You said that it was just a gathering of friends. So then I'm wondering, what next for the PDP, saying as what you call a gathering of friends has been recognized as valid by the party leadership at the national level?
The party national leadership does not confer validity on congresses. It is the Constitution that confers validity, compliance with the Constitution. It is the fact that you respect court's orders that confers validity. The acting national chairman seems poised to disobey court orders. He sells a negative image of the People's Democratic Party to Nigerians. He disregarded court orders regarding Rivers State primaries and congresses. There are 2 court orders. And for information's sake, I'd like to tell you that contempt proceeding has commenced against him and other national officers that are involved. It is the National Executive Committee of the party that will look at the Congress if it conforms with the constitution of the party and other litigations that are pending, and then approve it, not the National Working Committee. These are people who are vested in this matter. One of the person who creates these problems in the Ebonyi State is the suspended National Vice Chairman, Southeast Zone, Mr. Ali Odefa, who is hell-bent on hijacking the party to sell delegates to Mr. Makinde, who is governor of Oyo State, who is saying he wants to run for president. Do you want to become president by stealing delegates from a state by force? If you want to be president, you ought to be concerned about the votes from that state, not just delegates. But this tells you that Mr. Makinde is only interested in being candidates and making it easy for APC to win the presidential election. He's not interested in winning presidential election. If he's interested in becoming candidate with a chance of winning the presidential election, he would not be funding Mr. Ali Odefa and be compelling the national chairman and the national organizing secretary and others to be conducting kangaroo congresses against court order in Ebonyi State, simply because he knows that these people they listed as the elected state working committee will go on also conduct kangaroo congress for delegates that will say they've come to vote for him to be the candidate of the party in 2027. This is the height of desperation. I do not see
Mr. Silas,
the need for anybody who say he wants to be president to be funding this kind of confusion and be disregarding our laws and our courts.
Well, it's really sad, you know, what's happening within the PDP in Ebonyi State. We hope that you get a resolution to the crisis. Unfortunately, we have to end the interview now. Thank you so much, Mr. Silas, former PDP chairman in Ebonyi State.